Welcome to this edition of the $1 Million Mastermind Podcast. This is where we pick the brains of high achievers from all walks of life and get their hard-earned, real-world insights on winning. I'm your host, Larry Weidel. I'm talking with the CEO, co-CEO of Stratice.
Yeah.
What about, because you staff, you give people jobs.
Yep.
But what's so great about tell people what's so great about being an entrepreneur, or do you wish you could just go get a job and take care of the kids and make a fortune and not have all of this endless details? Talk about employee versus entrepreneur, pros and cons, and how you look at what you've learned about that.
Yeah. So, I love being an entrepreneur. I really think that my husband calls it a dreamer, right? So I'm the one that likes to go out and really think of how we can move forward. What are the other things that we can do? What can we add on? How can we do that? And I really think that lends itself to being the entrepreneur. Not saying that you couldn't do that for another organization, right? But I like doing it for myself and really getting out there and kind of publicizing what we're doing and getting behind our team to push the ball forward. So that's what I love about it. Now, a con is when you go on vacation with 3 little ones that you're still answering phone calls the whole time, and so is your husband. So that would be a big con. But I think, as we grow and get bigger, I think that kind of dissipates as we get more and more people to kind of take over things and help and in different ways, right? So I think that's just growing pains right now. But
that's the idea of growing, and that's really a thing for, like, with me. One reason I never retire is because I couldn't live without a staff. I don't want to book my own flights, hotels, this, that, the other. I don't want to be doing my own accounting, to pay taxes and this, that. I need I need a pretty good staff. I'm high maintenance, let's say. My computer screws up, right now, I got to have someone I can call. I'm not going to, dial a number and sit on a tech support line even when I get my phones, the new phones, they take my new phone and they transfer everything over, and then they get every app and enter in my name and password, so I don't have to do it, on the new phone or laptop or this, and updates up the butt. They change everything, and if I need to know how to do something, I need to call somebody who can tell me this is how you do that.
Yeah.
And the phones are always screwing up. And for this, get a load of this. I don't know if you've had this one. I swear, they added in the appointment for this podcast. Okay. And added it in yesterday on my calendar. Or 2 days ago. It wouldn't show up. My staff is adding things off my calendar all the time. I don't keep up with my calendar. And I said, there's nothing for Thursday afternoon. And they said, yeah, you got boom, 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 boom. And I said, no, I don't. And they said, yeah, we entered it in yesterday. We put it in 5 different times, refreshed, did this, that, and the other. Everything else was on there, all the morning activities or the afternoon activity, but, the morning and the evening, but this space empty. And we tried everything in the world, stopped, starting, turning them off. I said, well, maybe it'll cycle overnight.
The servers,
the cloud, the server. And then so I got up, no, went to breakfast, no. And so I'm making one more phone call to get this product, because I don't know who else in my office is entering things in that they think I'm going to see, because they don't call me. I'd never get anything done if everybody, when they fiddled with my calendar, they called and said, we fiddled with your calendar,
Right.
So I want to get it fixed, because it's like, I don't know what other things are mystery appointments that are on there that are not showing up. Sure enough. So I was calling one more time on my way to my first appointment this morning. Sure enough, finally showed up. Said, okay, I don't have to worry about that. But things like that happen. They did the research,
Yeah.
they checked, and I like to call. So things are always going wrong with us,
Yep.
Jordan. And it's not this, you're just, hey, it's not just going on vacation.
No.
You're going to be, school projects with your kids. You got things with the family, somebody's going to be sick in the hospital, and, somebody, Aunt Martha's going to have a anniversary in, the Bahamas, and you can't miss it. 25th, this, and, there's always, things
Yeah.
where a staff bails your butt out.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what, taking the time to train them right is the best use of your time, right? Or making sure that they are trained right. Because when you need them to bail you out and they're trained right, then
Right.
they're trained to bail you out.
Yeah.
And it's the best thing. And I think that's the best thing, like such a pro to being an
Well, it's
entrepreneur.
a tremendous price, what you paid to get up to this point. But from here on, it's essentially going to be a challenge, going to be things go on. But really, in a sense, you're on easy street now, in the sense that you can add staffing in. It'll only get better for you. Bigger advisors and more advisors as you need them, or consultants.
Yep.
And so everything you need, you're going to have more money and staffing resource to allow you to focus on the things you want to focus on and that you're the best at, And
Yeah.
so I'm giving you good news now, Jordan.
Yeah, no, that's the most exciting part. So we were actually talking about that, and like, what portion of the company do I love? Like, I love sales, right? Love it. Like, I love going and talking to everyone about their game plans and things like
Right.
that. What portion do I hate? I hate documentation. Like,
Right.
hate documentation. So, like, that's obviously where I would put somebody. It's documentation. So, like, if the con would be putting all of that stuff together, but also finding someone that kind of is your yin to your
Right.
yang at work,
Yeah.
right?
And that's the way you can really, from this point on, you can be retiring the rest of your life. You retire from the things you don't like, or the
Yeah.
things become annoying, then you offload that to someone else. And then you do other things, and there may be another piece will come up that is holding you back. And then you offload that, and so that's how you will become more and more productive than you even are now as number 3 staffing expert in the world. So thanks for all your time, Jordan. Do you want to leave people with something that they're on their way up the entrepreneurial leadership ladder? They want to be a high achiever. They want to do something great with their life. Something you want to pass on to them?
Yeah, I mean, I always say try to find someone that's in your orb, in your world, that is a great mentor, someone that will take the time to have lunch with you or dinner, drinks, whatever it is, and really kind of just talk through things. Doesn't necessarily have to be exactly in your industry, just someone that will sit and take an interest in you and really help and be an influencer into your organization and what you're trying to grow. I found 2 of those to be super helpful to me. So
fantastic, great advice. Thanks for listening to the $1 Million Mastermind. If you felt there were any valuable takeaways from this episode, please take a minute and leave us a 5-star review. Your feedback is important and really helps us get the word out to a wider audience. Remember, we have a valuable webinar that is absolutely free. Register for it right now at whitealumwinning.com. Thanks for listening.